I have never seen anything like what I'm going to be talking about today, and that is DeepSeek. This company has completely shaken the entire world. This isn't just a wave, this is a tsunami. And on this episode of the AI for Everyone podcast, brought to you by Blazing Academy, we're going to answer the 5 biggest questions about DeepSeek and what it means for you. Let's talk about it.
It's a new day and our mission's clear. 1,000,000 strong, we're pioneers. What?
Welcome to our first episode of 2025. We were not going to relaunch this until the first week of February, but DeepSeek really threw a wrench in that. I felt it very important to get on here early and share this information with you. Blazing Academy is in process of a refresh of our brand. We kind of threw together that first branding very quickly. We're building a new website, a world-class website. We're using the incredible folks at Innovating in Indianapolis, Indiana, and they truly have created a branding and a website that is world-class. We are completely ready for the big leagues with the launch of this website. But let's get into this DeepSeek. This was not what I wanted the first episode to be. I was going to kind of baby step everybody into this, but this has shaken the world so much that it's something that we have to discuss. And I'm going to cover these 5 questions I'm seeing over and over, and I want to make sure that you get this information because it's very important. So the first question is, why is DeepSeek's low cost such a big deal? It's a big deal because DeepSeek allegedly built their platform for $5.6 million. And as being reported, as a side hustle, not even their main business. And they gave it away for free. Now let's compare this to what is being spent in America. OpenAI, which is the creator of ChatGPT, not that long ago closed the biggest VC funding round of all time at $6.6 billion. And last week, President Trump had a press conference bringing Sam Altman, who is the CEO, executive director, I don't even know anymore, founder of OpenAI, with Larry Ellison of Oracle and the SoftBank CEO, and they committed $500 billion to AI to make America the AI capital of the world. And this money is going to, from what I understand, data centers, the first one being built currently in Texas. 5.6 million DeepSeek, 6.6 billion OpenAI, 500 billion into data centers. We all have questions. Did they really build it for this 5.6 million? Did they steal our technology and do something with it? Or are they that far ahead of us? Now, that's a question I can't answer, but what I can answer is DeepSeek is really good. It's really good and it's free. OpenAI has a free model, but we're paying anywhere from $20 a month to $200 a month to do the same things that we can do on DeepSeek. Inquiring minds want to know what's going on. So question number 2 is, what makes DeepSeek R1, they're calling it, different from other AI tools? Well, first off, as I just answered, it's free. It is free. You can even run it on your own computer. There's no monthly fees like all the other AI tools. Second, it's really smart. You can solve math problems step by step. It offers reasoning, we call it, which is in the O1 model of ChatGPT, which you have to pay $20 for. I think because of this, they're putting it on their free version now. It can write code for websites or apps. I actually built a tic-tac-toe app in there. It was really cool. So that makes it theoretically a great tool for especially small businesses, because you don't need a big budget, any budget, to use it. And it's really easy to integrate into your workflow. But that brings us to the next big question. Is DeepSeek DeepSeek safe to use? Well, here's where it gets very, very tricky, because DeepSeek collects a lot of data from its users. I went through the terms of service, and it collects things like your device info and how you use the tool. And all that data is stored in China. This is a Chinese company, and this makes some people, myself included, very, very nervous. We thought TikTok was an issue. That's nothing compared to how people use these LLMs. Now, the other challenge is younger people, the younger generation, privacy isn't really an issue for them like it is for boomers, for Gen Xers, and older millennials. The younger folks, privacy isn't even on their radar. Now, DeepSeek, they also haven't proven all of their big claims about cost and performance. I mean, they've literally only been up a few days here in America, but they are number one in the App Store. So there is a little bit of wait and see here. So what's the advice? Just use DeepSeek for smaller, low-risk projects. Things absolutely do not put anything proprietary anywhere near this thing. I don't care if you are running it on your own, anything like that. And just keep an eye. Listen to this podcast on how things develop, and just don't rely on anything too sensitive. Don't feed it anything too sensitive until we play this out. And hopefully OpenAI and these other companies are going to get their act together. Again, this is a Chinese company, and you're giving them your data. Tread with caution. Tread with caution. The next question is, how did DeepSeek, why is DeepSeek messing with the market so much? Well, when DeepSeek did announce how cheap and powerful their AI is, tech stocks took a dive. As I'm recording this, I'm looking at the market right now. The NASDAQ is down 612 points. That's 3%. Nvidia today dropped 13%, I believe. It might have been as high as 18%, but my number here is 13%. And that has investors worried about how a company or a product like DeepSeek could really disrupt the market, especially when it comes to very expensive hardware. So why the panic? Well, if AI can be built this cheaply and without these very expensive chips, then a company like Nvidia is, what are they going to do? That's what they do. They build and sell these very expensive AI chips. That's what they depend on. That's what their shareholders depend on. And this is also going to make U.S. companies really rethink about the amount of investment that are going into these AI tools and these LLMs and all these things that we're working on. Again, we just announced a $500 billion investment in, they're calling it Stargate, but this is the data centers, the one I shared with you in Texas. And companies are under pressure to prove that they're getting some kind of real value out of these historic investments. And DeepSeek really throws a massive wrench in what that means. We also have American companies that are censoring and throttling and holding things back from the public, not really unlike censorship that we went through the last 4 years in social media. So you can get on some of these LLMs and there's no censoring, or it's a different type of censoring, or we're going to look into that as we continue this series and look at these different products. But if you have this truly open source, free, powerful, inexpensive tool, we got to rethink everything. And that's exactly why I'm doing this. My team is doing this, Blazing Academy. We're focused on these podcasts, these videos, these trainings, these workshops. We want to make sure that you're as prepared as possible, because change is coming that the human mind is not going to be able to comprehend. And we want to make sure, we're on a mission to train 1 million people this year. We want to make sure that nobody gets left behind. And if you want to embrace these tools, if you want to secure your future in the workforce, if you want to be more productive in your job, you got to pay attention. You got to pay attention to this. The markets are paying attention to this. Corporations are paying attention to this. The world leaders are paying attention to this. We need to as well. And last but not least, question number 5 is, how can businesses use DeepSeek? I don't know, maybe I scared you here, but DeepSeek is really perfect for businesses that just want to do some experimentation. You want to try it out. You don't want to spend any money. You haven't used these platforms before. So feel free to jump in there. Just do not put anything sensitive or proprietary or anything that you wouldn't want the world to have access to. You could create a marketing campaign or a LinkedIn ad. You could automate some tasks, just kind of play around with how you would do that. You could code an app like I did. Just have fun. See how it works when you code a tic-tac-toe app. Something fun like that. You could create a mortgage calculator. You could try to solve some type of a problem, a question that you have. And if you click the button there on the bottom left, it will show you the reasoning, the thinking, if you will, of the process that it goes through to get the answer. And that's really cool to see that, because it'll give you an understanding from a non-technical perspective of how all of this stuff works. And the best part is you don't need a team of engineers and trainers and consultants and all that stuff. You can just jump in there and play around with it, get comfortable with the process, compare it to the other tools that you might be using. Copilot now has pretty much infested every Microsoft product. You have Gemini that's completely taken over our Gmails and our searches on Google. You have ChatGPT, you have Claude, you have Perplexity, you have Llama and Facebook, and just test them all and see how they compare and see what's best for you before you spend money on one of those platforms. Now, I do recommend the $20 a month with OpenAI. I think it's absolutely worth it. I love Claude, but Claude, even at the $20 a month level, it cuts you off way too early. You don't really get to use it, and that's very frustrating. But that's where DeepSeek's a good thing, because these companies are going to have to find a way to do it cheaper. They're going to have to open it up to the public. They're going to have to lower their fees. They're going to have to make it more accessible. And it goes back to what I've been saying to everybody this whole time. AI is the great equalizer. And while this might feel like an attack of some sort that China just did, this is how disruption works. This is how fast things are going to move. And why I do have massive concerns about privacy and our data. On the other hand, the genie is out of the bottle. It's going to be competitive. And hopefully this is the spark America needs to go full throttle and get this figured out. Find a way to control the energy, make it more energy efficient, figure out how to do it faster, do it cheaper, do it better, so we can truly become that AI capital of the world that this current administration is talking about. All of the tech leaders are in alignment now. That's a podcast for another day, but it's again, very exciting and very scary all at the same time. We're going to have to rethink the way that we think. We're going to have to really get creative. We're going to have to dig into our human self. We want to approach AI tools from a human-centric perspective. That's what makes myself different, my team different, Blazing Academy different. We don't believe in AI first in the sense of use these tools to replace yourself. We believe in being AI first within everything that you're doing, but come at it from a human-centric approach. Don't let it replace you. Let it amplify you. Let it do things for you. But it's your soft skills. It's your critical thinking. It's your ability to frame problems and ask better questions that are going to allow you to keep guiding AI, to be in control of AI, to keep yourself marketable in a job market that is up to 40%. I just got off the phone with somebody I highly respect at a very, very high level in this industry. And he said the same thing I've been preaching the whole time. Up to 40% of the population is not going to be employed in the next 3 to 5 years. Now, there's going to be jobs to replace, but these are going to be AI-centric jobs. You're going to have to understand how to use AI, how to guide AI, how to drive that intent, how to leverage that wisdom that each and every one of you have. AI can give you all the knowledge in the world, but it's that human wisdom that's going to drive it and get the most out of it. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on DeepSeek. I would love to hear your thoughts on the future. How is all this going? How is it changing? Are you currently embracing it? Are you still hesitant to jump in? We're here to help you with all of that. All right, well, that's it for this episode of the AI for Everyone podcast. My name is Harrison Painter. This is brought to you by Blazing Academy. And until next time, keep creating, keep innovating, and keep up.
Nvidia sparking, AGI unleashed, Jensen tearing down walls, the future's a beast. What? Humans built this world, but AI breaks that mold. There's a supercomputer with secrets yet told. We're committed to the rise, training 1 million people under analog skies. No shadows here, we're running out loud, living for the moment, standing out in the crowd, yeah! Feel the rhythm, it's in our veins, we're wired for this, breaking the chains. Master the machines before Optimus takes control. Fuel the fire, hope the energy holds. What? Raise your glass, we're here to stay. Drink to the future, come what may. Ride the machine, no slowing down. Yeah. Feel the energy, own this town. Sam sparked the race, but the pace won't stop. OpenAI has secrets, more bodies might drop. Perplexity searching, Claude keeping pace. Soon knows the sound that powers this race. What? Many will fall, left in the grind. Jobs replaced, futures redefined. We'll save who we can, give them a chance. But once the foot drops, you'll miss this dance. What? Crank it up, let the speakers roar. We're built for more, kicking down the door, yeah! Master the machines before Optimus takes control. Fuel the fire, hope the energy holds. What? Raise your glass, we're here to stay. Drink to the future, come what may. Ride the machine, no slowing down. Yeah, feel the energy, own this town. Digital streams, we're trying to save the world from shattered dreams. It's a new day and our mission's clear. 1 million strong, we're pioneers. What? From data spark to boundless drive, the answer is simple, we ride or die. Master the machines before Optimus takes control. Fuel the fire, hope the energy holds. What? Raise your glass, we're here to stay. Drink to the future, come what may. Ride the machine, no slowing down. Yeah, feel the energy, own this town. Learn it up, education unties. AI is coming, and you need this light. What? This is our anthem, we're pulling for you. We're blazing ahead, gonna see